Hey, welcome back, everybody. Would it surprise you to learn that only a third of teens say their family regularly talks about investing? This is one of the results of Fidelity's Teens and Money study. So joining us now to talk about the findings and how parents can go ahead and start conversations with their teens about money is John Boroff, VP of Youth Investing at Fidelity Investments. I'd like to start with this. Why do you think so few parents talk to their kids about money and about investing?
Money conversations can be difficult, and when it's a parent talking to their teens, it could be that they don't want to expose too much, especially if they've had any sort of financial difficulty, or it could be that they're not fully confident in their own financial skill set and they're not thinking that they're going to be able to pass on good money habits. In either event, it's one of the reasons why at Fidelity we focus so much attention on creating educational materials that are specifically designed for teens and their parents. And it's also why when we launched the Fidelity Youth Account last year, a saving, spending, and investing account for teens aged 13 to 17, we made sure that parents had the ability to monitor activity in the account.
Okay, now I've got to follow up with this. Is it really a good idea for teens to invest at all?
That's going to depend on the teen and their situation, but we do know that it's important for teens to start to get exposed to some of these smart investing concepts early. And we also know that teens tend to learn better by doing. I'll use the analogy of driving. Teens don't learn to drive in a classroom and then immediately go take their road exam. They typically spend many hours behind the wheel with a parent or another trusted adult in the passenger seat to give guidance. And we look at investing very much the same way. It's really important to have that guided experience available as a teen.
I know you guys did a pretty extensive study on this. Did you find a gender gap at all when it comes to teens and investing?
Yeah, unfortunately, we saw that teen girls reported having fewer family conversations around money and investing specifically. And as a result, they had lower levels of confidence and they were more likely to think that investing is out of reach for them. They did have high levels of confidence around saving and spending. And surprisingly, they were actually more likely to know that teens could trade stocks. But the real takeaway is that if you've got a teen girl in your life, it's really important to have conversations around money because that's what's going to help reverse this trend we've seen of lagging confidence in teen girls.
I've got to ask this too. How can parents start talking with their kids about money, especially if it's not something they've ever brought up before?
Yeah, it can be difficult, but something that's important to remember is it's okay to admit what you don't know. It can actually be a really fun exercise to go through and learn with your teen and get up to speed on some of the concepts that you're not as well versed on. And a great place to focus is on their goals. So if they're looking at short-term goals like a pair of shoes that they're interested in, or something a little further out like saving for their first car, establish what their goals are, come up with a plan to achieve those goals, and then monitor your progress against the plan. And something else that can be helpful is something like the Fidelity Youth Account, where you can actually educate yourself by accessing educational content, and then come up with a plan for how you're going to put that content to use, whether it's researching investment options or looking at debit card transactions in the account to come up with a smart spending plan, or actually going ahead and purchasing securities. And the great news is for a limited time, your team may be eligible for a $50 deposit from Fidelity to help jumpstart their financial journey. There are terms that apply, but there are no minimums and there are no fees or costs associated for you or your team.
Hey, this has been really helpful. Where can people go for more information?
The best place to start is fidelity.com/youth.